We are setting up these waters, but we're doing the way quarterbacks are doing.
Oh, not bad. That's not a one-hitter. There you go. All right, that's it. We're good.
It's really funny how we all came together.
I always like to stand next to Coach Hickson at these events because it makes me automatically a lot better looking.
This is not really one of those stories that you would think would happen, but this is true to the date. We all got invited to another QB event with a guy that's a close friend for all of us.
Myself and Drew and Kelly and Kyle, we all just kind of randomly ended up going to the same event.
Life's pretty funny. So 2019, Tony Colston, who runs the Gunslinger Challenge, I'd never talked to him before. I just started doing some stuff on Instagram, started posting some videos of the guys that I'm training around my local area. Here, even, elbow, throw. And Tony reached out to me on Instagram, said he liked the way I coached and was wondering if I'd come down and help him work his event in Knoxville. And he said a few other guys were coming. He mentioned Coach Hickson, who I had met maybe a month prior.
But yeah, I knew Kelly from a prior event. He came out because one of a mutual friend of ours said that you guys think a lot alike. And then I knew Kyle telephonically. He called me out of the blue and asked me some questions about the quarterback world. And I gave him some tips on how I saw to make this a job and not needing another job.
You know, I was at the time full-time training quarterbacks privately in the Northeast. And I had made it a concerted effort to hit as many camps as I could in about 2016, and met Coach Elliott in Chicago, and then we kind of hit it off. And from there, he invited me down to the Gunslinger.
In fact, Kyle flew into St. Louis, and Kyle and I drove for like 8 hours to Knoxville, Tennessee together. Kelly had flown from South Dakota to Atlanta, and then Chris and Kelly drove, and then Drew flew in from Florida, and we all just kind of showed up.
When we got down there, I met Drew and Aaron and Kyle. I'd never met those guys, didn't know them for Adam at that time. And yeah, we get to the Gunslinger Challenge, and that's kind of where this thing all kicked off.
Interestingly enough, the group that ended up in Knoxville, we were all clicking, we liked each other, we were joking around, we had inside jokes already.
That's how we did in the arena. We just got here, right out there to the flat, every time. Ooh! You gotta be ready to throw anytime.
We had a good time. It was a blast. All laughing, joking throughout the whole thing.
I'd been kicking around the idea of kind of uniting different quarterback trainers from different corners of the country in order to get a bigger event up off the ground. And I was like, oh, this might be the group.
Cheers.
We had Drew in Tampa.
We're gonna slide. If I say up, back, we're gonna go back, side and side, all right? We're moving around the pocket. Here we go, ready?
We had Kelly in South Dakota.
Gonna keep our back foot in the ground and just rotate through and drive. Still control your shoulders.
Myself in the Northeast. This ball's coming out. Bah! Aaron in St. Louis, and then Chris in Atlanta.
All right, here we go. Boom, slide, rip, great ball. Good rep, great job.
So it was like, this could be perfect. And you know, we together could draw nationally and run these national events.
Let's go.
My feet hurt already.
Oh look, pretzels.
Every single one of us knew quarterbacking extremely well. Every single one of us had been a part of camps for years and knew how it should be run.
At that camp, we decided, hey, you know, we're good enough, we could do this, like we should do our own thing.
And then to throw like the pixie dust on everything, we went to Hooters.
That was back in 2019, and it's hard to believe that we've kind of grown to a point that we have.
It was very serendipitous, I felt like at the time. It was like the stars aligned for that.